I assume in the last few deals that you've done this month, have all of them closed the deal? Have any of them closed the deal? Have like, what has happened with those leads you've sent?
I mean, it's been a variety of things. So, I mean, I've went back and raised clients. I had some that I was, giving leads for like 2 months. And then I just like I got in the group. I was like, man, we got to talk today. And then, yeah, the last few have just been a couple leads. And then they said they gave quotes. And then I just went and, did the Zoom call. The Zoom call has been everything. Cause that's how I had 2 that I've been giving leads for like a couple months. We got on a Zoom call, went over everything. And I just showed them where the leads, were coming from. I had these GMVs up that are like crushing the competition. Before I was afraid that, they'd see it. Hey, this isn't our business name. Like all these things going through, because I had a bad experience with one business owner before where he like freaked out about it. But it's just so much better when they know everything that's going on. And then going over with that lead value calculator, they can see everything. They're the ones that are giving the numbers. So I'm just plugging their numbers in and it just makes it so easy to close the deal.
So what were you doing before, bro? Like, were you just doing phone calls or like?
Just phone calls. So I'd get on and I just like, hey, did you guys close anything? What's the potential here? And I don't know, they would just beat around the bush. I closed deals with it, got me to that like 7K range. But I also had a lot of smaller deals as well that I've now upped. I went back and I said like, either, we can move it up or we can just, stop right here.
Dude, isn't it funny now that you know how effective Zoom close? I can't even fathom that I used to call people. Dude, I used to do the same thing. I'd get in my car. I'd be like, hey, I'll call you. I'd be on my car and I'm like, I do good in the car because I'd close a couple deals.
I've done the same thing.
The worst part is I did close deals, but now like, dude, I don't lose deals. If I get on a Zoom, it's done. Like it's over. And I'm like, dude, I left so much money on the table by driving around and thinking I could call. Like, doesn't it make you a little sick thinking about how many deals you lost or left because you're doing?
I should have so much more money in the account right now, but learning experience is what it is. I know I don't want to go back there.
Let me ask you this. And by the way, guys, if you are not doing Zoom, wake your ass up and do Zoom. Like that right there will take you from a 20% closer to a 40% closer just doing Zoom. Why do you think Zoom is so effective? Because I've found the same thing. And when I finally started doing it, I'm like, why? Why didn't I do this all along? It's like, it's almost as good as in person. In fact, to be honest, if I sell deals around here where I live, I still do Zoom. Because in person, it's weird. You get to print stuff out and it's awkward. You go to lunch and stuff. I do Zoom and they like a mile away. We'll go to lunch, but like I get the deal done over Zoom. Why do you think it's so effective? What do you like about it?
One, you come in, you got your video on there. These guys, like half of them don't even know how to turn their video on. So they won't even get their video on. So I feel like that already puts me in a power position that I'm willing to like show my face. They know I'm a real person, someone that they can connect with, but then from there, I got like 2,000 calls coming in a month now on my lead gen. So I have so many examples to show. I got a couple testimonial videos. I can just show them that we're getting results. And then I can tell them what they're paying me here for this amount. And then they're crushing it. I can tell stories and they can see everything right in front of their face.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of different variables with the Zoom. I mean, they're listening to you, they're paying attention, they're seeing the case studies. You're a real person. Like, guys, I'm hoping that 100% of people in here are doing Zoom. But if you're for the 1 or 2 that aren't, even if it's awkward for you, even if it's uncomfortable, I promise it's just as uncomfortable, probably more so for them because they're not used to getting on Zoom calls. So power through it. I promise you're losing money if you're not getting on Zoom. I shouldn't have to even say that, but I bet you there's 5%, 10% of people that are just leaving money on the table.
Yeah.
Who cares? You know what's funny? Back in the day, do you remember like before smartphones and stuff? Like we didn't record all this stuff. Do you remember when you first heard your voice, like a recording and you're like, dude, that sounds like dog shit.
I still hate hearing it.
Oh, I love mine now, bro. I love it.
I know.
Just
I know
kidding,
that.
dude.
You didn't have to say that.
I'm just kidding. So no, but I remember as a little kid, I remember like feeling so awkward because you would never hear it. And then if you would hear it, you're like, dude, do I really sound like that? Do I sound that weird? And now I'm like, it is what it is, right? Guys, get over that shit. Is it more uncomfortable to be on the camera or is it more uncomfortable to be freaking in a shitty situation?
I'm more uncomfortable talking on the phone, to be honest. Like the Zoom is more comfortable now. If I can just show them, it's just so much easier.
Like when you're on the phone, you don't know what they're doing. They're probably not listening. Let's be real. I can't believe we even closed deals doing phone calls now that I think about it. It's crazy. So
$200 deals. That's what I was
yeah, exactly.